Hi guys, I am back with a brand new tutorial, strings data type in Python. So let's see what is a string. So in Python, string are array of bytes representing Unicode characters. And Python does not have a character data type. So a single character of a string is none as, or you can say a single length or one length string is a character in Python, because Python does not have a character data type. So if we have a string of length 1, so we can say that this is a character. And square brackets are used to access the element of a string, like if a string have multiple parts, so we can access the using the square brackets. We will see in the tutorial. Strings in Python can be created using single quotes, double quotes, and triple quotes. So guys, start your notebooks for the tutorial. So I started my notebook here. So we see that how we initialize a single quote string here. I've I have taken a string like Python is a functional programming language in a single quote. To run a cell in notebook, just press Ctrl Enter, or you can click on this run button. And now click on this text and click on run. So as you're seeing that I have taken text here as a single quotes and I'm printing it. It is printing as a single quote. Now to print a single quotes or double quote string, you see that here is a variable text equals to Python is a functional programming language. Run this and run this next cell. So you see that there is no difference here in this particular line and this particular line. The output is same in both the cases. Even when you print a triple quote string, it will be same. So either you are taking a single quote string, multiple quote string, or you can say double quote string. The output will be a single quote string and it will be the same. But yes, in some means they are different. When you have escape characters or when you have single quotes inside a double quotes, then to escape that we use cross quotes. We will see in the tutorial. So like how to access the part of a string using the square bracket. Run this cell, and if I want to access the first character of this string, by first character means capital P, so we will use the txt and then square bracket start, and then we will write the index of the string. Index of the string start from the 0 itself, so we'll pass the txt 0 and enter, and it is returning capital P. So in the string, in the square bracket, if we pass the index of the character, it will return the character. For the last, to access the last character of a string, we have two, you can say two way to do it. And the easiest way is -1. If we will print out this line, it will print dot, because the last character, if you will see in the string, is dot. So -1 is dot. If you want to print from a particular range to a particular range, like I want to print from 0, start from the 0, and it will print till 6. That means it will print a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will print from index 0 to index 5. So let's see what is it is printing. So it is printing from index 0 to index 5 less than, or you can say it print something like that, txt 0 comma n plus 1, yeah, or n minus 1. If you are writing a 6, then it will go from 0 to n minus 1. So this is how we access the string using these square brackets. Okay. So there are different way to reverse the string in different programming languages. If it talks about Java or C++, then we have to use the reverse technology, or you can say the we decrease the array of length of the string and then pass the string, then get the reverse of the string. But it is very easy in Python. you just write this is the part that from where it is start from the 0. So if you are not passing anything here, that means 0 automatically. Here that means from where to where it is going, so it is starting from the 0 and it is going from the end. Then this is the iteration part, like I am starting an array, or you can think about this: start, stop, and step function. That means starting from 0 and going till the length of the string, and step function is -1. That means that we are if the string length is 10, then we are going from 0 to 10, and we are decreasing from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 7, 5, 4, 3, just like that. So we will see that what it is printing. Yeah, so it is going in the reverse order, start from the 0 till length, and every time it is going -1. So this is very easy way to reverse a string in Python. Next function is capitalize function of a string. So you will pass a string and it will capitalize the character, or you can say the letters in the string. You know that in the capitalization the first character will be capital, so I am doing it small intentionally, and we will see the output. So you see that here I put small p, and I use the function txt.capitalize, and it is capitalizing the first character of the line. And case fold method, as the definition says, return a version of the string suitable for caseless comparison. So that means it will return it to a lower case. So this is my string and I'm using this function. So you see that it is lower casing all the letters in the string. There are many functions in the string, like center function. So we have a Python, and Python word length is 6, but I want to show it as a 20 character string, and I want to print Python in the center. So it is a very easy method, center method, and enter. So you see that it automatically added these paddings to the string to make it to the length of 20 characters and centralizing the string which we need to print. Then we have a count method. Count the number of a particular character in the string. So run it and run it also. So it will give me the total count of I inside this particular string. So if you will see the definition of a txt.count or count method, to know the definition of a method, press shift and tab. So it will give you the doc string, or you can say the definition of the method. So as you can see, as.count have two additional parameters or two optional parameter, starting index and end index. So like if I want to search or if I want to count a particular letter within a given range, so we can do so. I'm giving some examples. To close this definition, just click on this, copy, and like I want to count character or letter I in this particular string starting from 10th index. So it will give me the count 2 because I am starting index 0 and starting from index 10, and here you can see that already we have one occurrences of I. Now I will use the full definition of this method, starting from 10 and ending at 17. 1. So if I am going to find out the count of I in the string, Python is a functional programming language, within the range from starting 10th index and ending at 17, then I will only find out one I. Another useful method is ends with. Like you are getting the data from the database, or you are searching some file extension in a particular directory, and you want to check out the name of the file or type of the file. So like we have a file picture.png, pic.png, and I want to find out the extension of this file. So we'll directly use the file name dot ends with method. It will return, it will check like is it .jpg image or not. So it will only check for jpg, it will not check for dot. Yeah, true. Obviously pic.jpg ends with jpg extension, but let's see another string. File name 2 equal to pic.png, and another time file name 2 dot ends with this time we will search again jpg, but as you know that file name ends with .png, so it will return false. Yeah, that's it. So by using this method you can check for like you have a customer database and first name last name. So you can check the last name, like you want to search all the Sarmas in a user's dataset by second name, then you can search that ends with Sarma. Or you can search some file like in a folder you want to count the uh, only the text file or only the doc file, then you can use this method. Find method returns the lowest index in string where subtracting substring is found. Okay, so this will return the index of a substring in a string. So we have a string. Python is a functional programming language and we want to search the is substring in this. So we'll return the index at from where it is starting. So you can say that it is starting from the 7th index. It is very useful like you are searching in subdocument and you want to find out that this particular substring is inside this substring or not. So if you can say the default value, or if you won't get the substring, then it will return -1. So it will return -1 index. That's it. Format method is very good to formatting or to templatizing a string. Like I have made this template. Variable is a variable language, so I want to format, or I want to directly want to embed some parameters or variable to it. So we will use the format method txt.format python programming. In the earlier version, or you can say the newer versions, the same thing can be done using the f. So you can do same thing using this f keyword, then these single quotes, then pass this string, and like if we have a two variable like a equals to python and b equals to programming, so you can directly pass the a and b, and you can use the print method here. So you don't need to use dot format method, you can use, and either you can use this f keyword here, and both will do the same thing. F keyword is more Pythonic version. Then we have index method, returns the lowest index in a string where substring sub is found. So index method is trying to finding is in this particular string is a substring, and it is trying to finding the is in a string, and it will return the lowest index. That means if a particular substring is occurring more than once in a string or in a paragraph, then it will only return first occurrence of this string. Like a name in a paragraph, if you are searching a name like Rahul, India, whatever, then it will search only till it found its first occurrence. As soon as it found the first occurrence, it will return the index value. So let's see the example txt is. So we can try some other methods like I is occurring many times here. So I will write I here and it will return this I. We can try with the PROGRAMMING G. We can try with G. So G is coming more than 1. So it will only return the first occurrence of a particular substring in a string. Next we have a is alphanumeric. So returns the true if the string is an alphanumeric. Alphanumeric means a string with alphanumeric. That means if all the characters in the string are alphanumeric and there is at least one character in the string. So let's see, we have a Python. So all the characters in the string, it have at least one character, yes. So it will return true because it is alphanumeric. And see if we write all the numbers here and then we'll check, it will return true again. Yes. Is alpha returns true if the string is an alphabetic string. That means that all the characters in the string are alphabetic. Check is alpha true. Is digit will check only for digit, like if a string only consists or contains numbers, then it will return the true, otherwise it will return the false. So for 99 it is returning the true, but if I am writing 99 am, then it will return false because 99 space am is alphanumeric, it is not a digit. Is identifier. So identifier is all the keywords which are reserved by the Python programming language. So we are trying with this def keyword, which is used to define a method or function in Python. So let's check is it a identifier or not? True. If instead of def I will write def and I will check that is it a Python programming identifier or not. So let's run it. It will return true. So def also a part of the programming. Is lower. It will check that in which case either it is lowercase, capitalized case or uppercase. So is lower will check that given string or given substring is in lowercase or uppercase. So if this string is itself in uppercase, so it will return false. Is numeric. So it will check that given string is numeric or not. Simply yes, it is numeric. Is space. It is a special function, like you want to check that this string doesn't have any other number, alphabet or any special character, it only have space. So using this is space method, it will return true or false. Yes, it is a white space or it is a space only. Is title will check that given string is a title cased or not. So all the letter here are in uppercase. So yes, it is not a is title because title means first character will be uppercase and all the other characters will be in lowercase. So like this, if I will take P capital and Python, now it will return true. Is upper. Yes, string is in the uppercase, so it will return the true. Join method. Join method is to concatenate or to merge more than one string with what character we want to join it. Like here I am putting one space and I'm writing txt join hello world. That means I want to join hello world with a space in between. You see, with a space in between. Instead of this space, if I will write comma and space, and if I will execute it, it will print hello world, hello space, hello comma space world. Yes, that's it. So like if you have a some characters or some words and you want to concatenate within a string, then you can use this join method. Lower method is to like you want to perform some operations or you want to check some string for equality or something else to do it in a lower case, then you can use this lower method. Replace method like you have a string and you want to replace some part of this string or you want to replace a particular section of the string with some other characters or substring, then you should use this replace method. In this, I want to replace this W with M. Hello moon. Yes. Strip. Strip method is used to remove the you can say the extra spaces from the starting or the ending of a particular string. Here after Python we have some spaces and we will use this strip method, and it have removed that particular space. Start with. Earlier we learned a method ends with, so we know we have a method starts with. Like you have a name of, or you have a database of users and you want to get all the users whose first name start with Aman, Rahul, Preeti, whatever. So you want to do something like that. So you can use this method. Here I have a text.com.google.apps and I want to check that this particular string starts with dot or it starts with com or not. So yes, it starts with com. Split method. You have a string and you want to split it into different parts using some condition, so you can use that. Default it will split the string using the space. You see that if you will see the definition of this method, the delimiter according to the split is the string none default value means split according to any white space and discard empty string from the result. Yes, it is splitting using the white space. Swap case, it is a very useful method. If you want to swap the case of a string, like a string is in the lower case you want to do in uppercase, a string in capitalized case you want to decapitalize it, then you can use this swap case method. Here the P is in capital and all the other characters are in lower case, and if you'll see the text.swap case, swap the cases of all the available alphabets or characters. P is small in the result and all other characters are in capital. Python, like I want to titleize or I want to do a title operation on a particular string. So we can use this title method. We know that for a title, the first character should be capitalized and other character or alphabets will be lowercase. Upper method, if we have a string and we want to change the case of that particular all the letters or alphabets to lowercase to uppercase, then we will use this method, upper method. So you see that Python strings are very useful methods they have, and through the course string are very important. You will study the string, either you are using some data science operations, you are performing some object oriented programming, you are making some GUI application. String are a integral part of Python programming, and there are some more operations we will study in this course. So thanks for watching guys, this is it for today, and please subscribe my channel, and I will uploading some more videos regarding Python beginner to advanced tutorial. Thank you guys.